you're talking about Dom Perignon. Yes, it's true that it's a lot of people know Champagne through Dom Perignon, and it's a fabulous house. Huh? We need to remember that Dom Perignon is Moët and Chandon, and but I had the pleasure this year to go and visit the vineyard that are dedicated for Dom Perignon, and I can promise you that the grapes, the quality is just outstanding, and it's not only marketing, like people they want to see it. There is a real work. There is like very passionate and very clever people behind it. Huh? It's a big team, but no, it's super interesting. And again, this is thanks to the knowledge, the contacts, and then people they open more their door, and they want to show you the real story, and the real story is even more beautiful than what people they will think.
This that you mentioned about the marketing, I think when people really start to understand champagne, especially, and other very special wines, they kind of leave this thought of just marketing and just the show, because when you understand the business structure of these champagne houses and these wineries, when you understand that they are sacrificing such huge amounts of capital, when the vintage is not right, they do not create their wines. They limit the yield of the wines. They hold the bottles and age it. For example, as we talked about Dom Perignon, the P2, P3s, they keep their bottles for for decades inside the cellar. If you know anything about business, you should understand that this is like a huge investment, locking up your capital inside the cellar. It really shows that it's not, I mean, obviously they are a business, they are making profits, but it's not optimized for profits. It's not just marketing. It's not a money-making machine.
You are totally correct. People, when they are able to produce champagne, and this is also one of the reasons why champagne costs probably more than any sparkling wine. There is a huge investment. It starts with the vineyard. The price of the grapes per kilo has nothing to see compared to other sparkling wine region, without naming any.
I'm sorry. Can you tell us the price? What was the price this year, if you know the
average will be around €7 per kilo, even to 8, depending on some of the region. But no, it's not. It start already with the price of the grapes without starting anything. You still didn't press. You still didn't do anything. Then of course, all the products behind it, and then the as you mentioned, keeping it in the cave for a minimum of 3 years if it's a vintage. That's 3 years without nothing.
Which is
and
very.
I'm not even talking, as you mentioned, when you go to P2 or P3, where it's like 10 years, 20 years in the cellar.
Exactly. Everybody should really appreciate this fact, because those that are critical about these houses, they should understand that if a winery is focused solely on profits, they would start making bulk wine very cheap, easy drinking, low shelf bulk wines, because those businesses are actually the biggest ones. I'm not going to name any of these businesses, but there are many in the US, in South America, in Spain, that are huge, hundreds of thousands of hectares, and they are making the biggest amount of profits on wine. So it's not. This should be taken into consideration while talking about these wineries and champagne houses that are really taking the time and taking the effort to create art.
Correct.
Thanks for watching this video. You can watch the full podcast episode by clicking here, or watch another interesting video by clicking here. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section, and see you in the next one.